Welcome back to the studio with Alex Yemek. Today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why it is very important to acquire education. And when I'm talking about education, I'm talking about university level education. Number 1 is to understand the world in which you're living in. Yes. Now, they tell us every day that we need to go to school so that we can get a good job. Let me tell you, that's not the major reason why you should go to school and get university level education. The reason why you should go is to acquire knowledge. There's a major difference between getting a degree and acquiring the knowledge. Now, let me talk to you about secret societies, for example. You've heard about the Freemasons, you've heard about the Rosicrucians, Skull and Bones, and others, right? One of the major things about those secret societies is that they are hiding knowledge. You and I, when we hear about these secret societies, what we hear is, oh, well, they're worshiping the devil. Let me tell you, that's not what they do in those secret societies. No. First of all, secret societies, right, like Freemason, Rosicrucian, for example, what they are saying, they say, look, we're not a secret society. We are a society with secrets. Where is the difference? A secret society is a society you don't know about. They're secrets. But a society with secrets is a society we know exists, but they have secrets. And that is true what they're saying, right? And when you hear about them, for example, the Freemasons, they started with people who knew how to build. They were great builders, and they wanted to hide that knowledge. They didn't want everybody to know about them. When you look at Catholic churches, those cathedrals, they don't want to build them. Look at how nice these things look. And they didn't want to share that knowledge with anybody else. So they had to hide it. And when people would join in their fraternities, they have to go through certain type of initiation to show that they can hide the knowledge. And the reason why these societies are evil is because of the evil things people have to do to hide the knowledge. That's what makes them evil. But what they are hiding is knowledge. They have techniques that you need to know for you to understand this world, understand how to live. For example, the very first thing that they teach people is how to be patient. When you are patient, you can make better decisions. You can know when to buy something and when not to buy it, right? And a whole bunch of other things. The second thing they teach is perseverance. You fall, you still have to get up. You get rejected, you have to continue. You don't give up. And they have the tools and technique to teach them. And number 3, to believe in what you are doing. Their major reason, right, which I agree with people who are saying this, is that they want control. Imagine yourself that everybody has that knowledge. You can't control everybody anymore. So the agenda is to have a small group of people with that knowledge so that they can control the rest of the population. And you've heard about the pyramid. That's exactly what the pyramid is. So those who get to the top, they have to be a small amount of people with the highest level of knowledge. So that's what makes them evil, is that they have to do a lot of evil things to hide the secrets. But they're not a group that worship the devil. They do have fraternities that do that, but these major groups that we are talking about, their things is to hide knowledge. And it's very important that you acquire knowledge. Now, people think because they went to school and acquired that degree, that that's education. That's not education. How do you know when someone has education? Because the more you are educated, the more humble you become. You understand the power of humility. You see someone with 2 PhDs say, call me doctor. He's not educated. That's ignorance. He went to school. He spent his time acquiring a PhD. He wants people to call him doctor. He's not educated. He did not acquire the knowledge that was necessary for him to become humble. It is not everywhere you go that you want people to see you as a big man, big woman, right? Those of you who read the Bible, you've heard about this. When you go somewhere and you pretend to be all big, you will be surprised that when you get there are others that are bigger than you and they won't consider you. So it's always good to humble yourself and allow, right, people to come and elevate you. That is the understanding that education gives you. Acquire education so that you can understand the world, so that you know how to act based on where you are. Some people don't know how to act. In life, you have to know how to act, when to act, and where to act. Those three are very important. And if you don't know that, it is very important that you learn. So the first reason is the understanding of where you are. Second reason why education is very important is to know how to express yourself. How to, talk with other people. There are people, you are in the social media. Nowadays, we have social medias and people are going around, you are listening to videos, you're watching, things, and you hear someone say something that you don't agree with, right? And you start insulting that person, for example. That's ignorance, clear ignorance. The person is not addressing his message to you directly, but he's probably talking about something, in general. You don't agree with what he's saying and you insult the person. That is ignorance. You're not educated. You're not. Your parents, first of all, did not educate you right. And then they themselves probably did not go to school. That's what it means. So you are representing your parent very badly and representing your future generation very badly. Disagreeing with someone does not make you his enemy. If you don't agree with what someone is saying, you'll say, I don't agree with you. Here's my opinion. That's it. You don't know someone for the first time and you talk to him as though you've been living together for a long time. That is ignorance. There's a level of respect. And that's what knowledge gives. That when you see someone, that you give that person a level of respect in the way that you are expressing yourself with that person. In life, you need to know how to speak to people, when to speak, and to whom to speak. The way that you will express yourself the first time will determine your personality. That is what people will remember about you, right? You make that good impression in the way that you express yourself, in the way that you treat other people, in the way that you speak to people. That right there opens door to you. That is why you will see certain people acquire some of the highest positions, but they don't have the experience or the type of education. Why? Because they have the gift of speaking. They knew how to charm people with their way of speaking. So knowing how to speak is very important in life, so that you don't disrespect people, so that people also give you the respect that you give them. Third reason why it is very important to acquire education is to know how to live. Knowing how to live will make you live a long life and a good life. You don't necessarily need to be rich to be happy. It's not everybody who wants to be rich. Yes, most people want to be rich, but it's not everybody who wants to be rich. There are people who make a sacrifice to go, to become, priests and other things, and they don't care so much about, material riches, but they care more about intelligence. They are rich with knowledge, and that's what makes you happy, is when you have the knowledge, because you will know how to live. Yes, you will know how to take care of yourself physically, spiritually, and mentally. Yes, you have to understand yourself as a person, as a human being. A human being is composed of a spirit, a body, and a soul. In philosophy, we say the intellect, which is a spirit, right? In theology, spirit. In philosophy, is the intellect. The will is what we call a soul, the will, right? And of course, the desire, or the body. And you have to understand the role of each part in your body. The intellect is what leads. That's its role. Its role is to lead. The will follows the intellect, and the desire submit itself to the will of the intellect. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's say, for example, you're waking up in the morning. You need to go to work, but you're very tired. It is your intellect that tells you, your spirit, right? Your conscience that tells you, you got to get up and go to work. Your body's saying, no, you're tired, stay there. If you listen to your intellect and you get up in the morning to go to work, you're going to be tired at first, but the more you are going to prepare yourself, your strength will come back. What does it mean? It means your body submits to it. It adapts to what the intellect is doing. Because the intellect is leading. It's your intellect, your conscience that told you to get up, and your body adapt. That's its role. It is to adapt, to submit itself. But if you stay home, you don't get up, and you listen to your body instead of listening to your intellect, and you stay in bed until, I guess, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, your conscience, your intellect will tell you you're probably going to lose your job. And you're going to continue to blame yourself. What does it mean? It means your conscience is not going to submit. It's still going to blame you. It's going to remain there because its role is not to submit. Let me give you another example. You see something that you're not supposed to eat, something that has a lot of sugar, or I don't know what it is, and your body is telling you eat it. Your conscience is telling you no, don't eat it. It's not good for your body. But you listen to your body. You go ahead and eat. Your conscience will continue to tell you that you were wrong. You shouldn't have done that. You're gonna feel bad. You're like, man, why did I eat it? No, I shouldn't have eaten it. But if you listen to your conscience, who told you don't eat it, you're gonna forget about it. Why? Because the body adapted. So you see the difference there. And you have to know these things so that you can live a better life. There are certain people, you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is drink alcohol. You don't know that when you wake up in the morning, the very first thing you need to do is to drink water, because the whole time you were sleeping at night, your body was cleaning itself, and you need to drink the water for you to kind of wash away all the dirt that your body has been cleaning up when you were sleeping, because that's the only time your body can actually, give your body the strength needed to wake up the next day. But the first thing you do, instead of drinking water to flush everything out, you're drinking beer, you're drinking alcohol, you're sitting down and eating and doing I don't know what. That right there is a recipe for a shorter life. That's what brings sickness and other things. You see somebody has cancer and all that thing. Yes, because of the way we live our life. We don't understand. We think when we are young, we can do all these things that we want, and then we start getting older, we see all these different things coming. If they say don't smoke, it's not good for you. They say don't eat a lot, before going to bed, right? And all these things, when you don't have the education, you don't understand these things. They're very important for you to live a long life. And that's why you see certain people live longer than other people. So just to recap the importance of education, the very first thing is understand the world, understand people, and understand where you are. The second reason is to know how to express yourself, know how to talk to people, know how to respect people. And the third reason is to know yourself, know how to live. When you do these things, you are going to have a successful life. You are going to understand the things that many people don't understand. That is why university education is expensive. These people who are controlling the world want you to have enough education to work for them. So they want you to go to college to acquire the type of education that will make you their employee in their big corporations. But they don't want you to acquire the education that will make you independent, that will make you an entrepreneur, that will make you powerful. They don't want you to acquire that. That is why you should go and acquire university level education. Not because you want a job or because you want to be rich. No, because you want to acquire knowledge so that you understand who you are. Thank you once again for joining me. Like I always say, I'm not a preacher, I'm a philosopher.